Yo, what's going on? It's been a minute since I've done one of these. Every little thing, every precious thing, update part 2 TLDR video. We're just gonna go into it, make it fast. If you like the video, leave a like, sub if you want to. All right, let's get into it. First things first, we get, of course, our brand new ascent skills. The only classes that are not getting them is going to be Kana, Hayato, Moshuan, Lin, and Sia, who will be getting theirs on the next update, which is February 4th. I believe we've seen pretty much Moshuan's and Lin's in like a different update, so you could probably like go find theirs. And then Kana and Hayato are getting a brand new remaster, so that's the reason why it's kind of delayed. But Sia, I'm very surprised is not getting it. Man, Sia players are in shambles. They don't have Mastery 3, Mastery 2, and like they don't have none, bro. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, these are all here. They're all really cool. I think my favorite one is obviously, because I'm biased, Kinesis. And shout out to the Kinesis remaster because man, it's gonna be great. But Kinesis looks awesome. Second best, Ilum looks really good in my opinion. Yeah, everyone's gonna get a different thing, and they're all gonna be iframes, and it's pretty much just gonna be extra damage that is added with like your origin, and you can use them 3 times at the boss. It's really cool, awesome. I hope you have enough fragments to level it up. All right, next thing, we have the Mystic Frontier. So originally when I saw the Mystic Frontier system that was at MapleCon, I assumed that it was going to be a limited time event, but the way that this is sounding like, it sounds like this is going to be a permanent event. So these are the updated patch notes because this is the next day. And Nixon doesn't update anything on time, but is what it is. Basically, they said that, I'm gonna be real, I don't know anything that is happening here. All I know is that if you have an existing familiar, the highest it'll go is apparently going to be Epic, which is interesting. Yeah, it has like its own lines, it has its own everything. I'll probably go into it a lot more in depth when like I actually understand the system and when the players start to figure it out, which is nice. And your rewards is basically the Roro Node Stone. It's basically like a Mape node, but I guess this is like a more permanent way of obtaining Mape nodes if you don't want to do Ride or Die, which is a nice alternative. So yeah, they have 14-day duration obviously, but you can get drop, Meso, EXP. I personally will be going for drop rate every single time because there's no need to go for the other ones in my opinion. But yeah, good shit. And then we have these brand new Roro rings, which has never been seen before. Basically, from my understanding, is that it goes to level 4 and you can get additional EXP. It's like Ring of Roar, but like the Roar also takes familiar points is what it says here, so keep that in mind. So if you're grinding and you have fams out, it'll also take the familiar points from your fams to then activate these rings. We don't know how good they are because they don't really explain how much increased EXP is it. We don't know. They don't write nothing. If this is like a 100% EXP update obtained by like, I don't know, at level 4, whew, it would be really insane because every single time that you like are doing a WAP and like a rune pops up, an extra 100% would be incredible. But again, they don't tell us nothing. And then I think this is the really cool one, which is a Roro Energy Boost Potion. This is basically having a full-on WAP with extra 10%. WAP and EAP all combined in one potion. So and you can't even stack them with either of those, which is actually really good in my opinion. So I'm a very big fan of this reward. And yeah, so they have the 2-hour version and then they also have the 30-minute version over here, which is nice. They also updated the reward so that you can get even more things now. So you can actually get Pitched Boss Accessory as one of the rewards. So on top of all this that we've already gotten, you get Pitch as well. I think the only thing that's not here is TC and Black Mage Badge, which kind of made sense that both of them would not be here. But yeah, and then there's also Black Heart that you can actually obtain. This would probably trigger me in my opinion because I probably wouldn't want this reward. I want the box every single time, and I think anybody who's doing this stuff would want the pitch box every single time regardless. The only good thing about it is that it's tradable within the world, so I might just, you know, give it to like another character and let them boss with it. And then as well, you also get the Resonant Dawn accessory set, which basically gets you Twilight Mark, Estella's, Daybreaks, yada yada yada. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about this either. This could be good for like bringing these items to like 25-star plus, but if you're having this in the pool, you always want to hit this. So hopefully, it's not too hard to. Well, what am I kidding? It's going to be hard to obtain this, but I think for majority of players, you're going to be getting the Roar Node Stones, and you're going to probably get like a level 1 ring box. That's what's gonna happen. So until it gets like close to solved or people figure out exactly what to do with it, that's what's gonna be. So yeah, anyways, next up we have First Adversary. This doesn't come until January 15th, so I'm really excited for First Adversary, and you know, it goes through all the rewards you can get, blah blah blah. And as well, if you clear easy, you get this nice little chair over here. If you clear normal, you get a mount, and if you clear hard, you get like a chat label ring and whatnot. And if you clear extreme, you get a special title and a special chair and a special background. This chair looks really awesome. I will not be able to clear extreme on my main character, even though I really want to, but it is what it is. And then there is something for everybody. When you basically go in, you can claim the rewards over here when somebody clears extreme in your world. So anybody who clears the extreme mode, everyone will be able to obtain this. So pretty nice, good stuff. It's kind of like Baldrix. Trace restoration system is changed a little bit. The very important one is that we get practice mode. This is something that I think everybody's been begging Nexon to do, and it's really nice because now, for example, me, I can now do the Lotus missions, and with me doing X Lotus, I wouldn't be able to like go in and get the missions done for Lotus now. But now, because I'm able to do it on practice mode, oh, this is a godsend. So that is a very big thing. And now there's also extreme modes as well, so you can do Extreme Lotus, Black Mage, and Saren, which will give you extra points as well, which is really nice. The one disappointment that I have right now is the fact that the Eternal set has gone up in price. This was like 1700 something, but now this has gone up, and a lot of people were speculating that they were going to change this, but now it's set in stone, which is kind of a yikes in my opinion, because this is 6 months of doing Eternal. So I don't think, I'm gonna be honest, if Nexon can see this video and realize this mistake right now, no one's going to do no one is going to use the trace restoration for Eternals at this point. It will be dead to do it on that. The only point would be for Brilliance and Pitch at that point. So hopefully that gets fixed and changed at some point. When that point will be, we don't know. And then, you know, a bunch of other stuff. There is now a change with the bosses. So it's very weird how they word this. Basically, boss reward distributions for this, aka the Callus fragments and the Cowling fragments, is basically been changed. And it says rewards are instants in heroic, which is very weird why they would even write this, because if you know what's up, and I assume a lot of people already know while watching this, this is already instanced in heroic worlds for your cookies essentially. So I'm very confused as to why they had to write this out for heroic world specifically. I assume that it is got to do with something. So right here, if you don't know, basically Easy Kalos is going to get their cookies removed. This is the same thing that happens in this right over here. So there's no more half fragments from Easy Kalos, but you can still get it from Cowling. And then as well, Grindstone of Faith can also drop from Hard and Extreme, blah, blah, blah. But with the reward changes, they also changed how many stuff you get in KMS specifically. So normal mode will drop 3 by itself in KMS, and then Chaos version will drop 5 and 14. Now, if this is instanced, this is going to be very interesting, in my opinion, because is it like it's still dropping the 5 in Chaos mode, and, you know, only 5 people see the instance version, or is it going to be like one person can get 5 instanced in heroic? I don't know. There needs to be a little bit more clarification on there, because this doesn't say anything. And just like the arcane boxes, where the drop rate has just now magically vanished, you know, and wasn't written in any patch notes for that, this needs to be cleared up. Unfortunately, it's not going to be cleared up, but you know, it is. Ride or Die returns. I'm not gonna go over this because this event is kind of doo-doo, but there is a brand new reward that is over here, and it's the fact that you can get these Inspector Grindstone coupons. Basically, there is this new box over here that basically you can get a, you know, little ring for yourself, and then every single week that you clear, you can get these coupons for the Ride or Die stuff, and you can use these like grindstones to essentially level up your ring, and it can go all the way to level 6. So essentially, you can get a Roar 6 temporarily that will expire on April 15th. So that's going to be very interesting how that's going to work, in my opinion. I'm going to have to do the event if I'm going to get a Roar 6, but I don't know why it's temporary. I mean, it's temporary because it's a Roar 6, obviously, but I wish they gave us, you know, a permanent badge or some permanent tomes, you know, if we're going to do Ride or Die again, but it is what it is. And again, if you don't have Legion block, you can get the Legion block, blah, 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 blah. This event sucks. Maple Miss, we don't care. We skip all of this. And then there is going to be this brand new Trade King thing, basically. If you don't know what this is basically the octopus event from last event before, like every little thing, every precious thing. And basically it's a little nerfed, I'm gonna be honest. So before, if you hit level 7, you would actually get 50 soul order fragments, but this time you get 25, which is really disappointing, and it really forces you to go to level 8. Yeah, not the biggest fan of it, but you know, it's a KMS thing, and I believe in the KMS version, the rates are actually worse for you to upgrade. So do take note of that. So yeah, and then finally, we have participation rewards, obviously. So if you know, do enough, you get all this stuff, blah blah blah. And then we have this Everina in Bloom, which basically is just like, you know, kill 50,000 monsters, get coins, and then, you know, you can get a big one. Everyone gets to eat finally. You also get some other participation stuff, 6, 7. I don't know how this is made it in, but whatever. And then, you know, there is the best in slot background, which just looks very pretty. It is animated and everything, and oh, it looks good. So I'm pretty excited for it. So basically, we have this new thing called Twintina, and Twintina's adventure is coming. This is a monster that was made at MapleCon, and the crowd got to vote, and blah 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 blah. It's basically just a Polo and Frito portal coming back again, but it's the boss version. I forgot what it's called, I'm gonna be honest. Whatever the dog thing was, but you just basically do damage, and you know, wherever you land, you get these rewards. It's pretty easy. I probably will do this a couple times, get the rewards, and I'm never touching it ever again. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. And then we have Miracle Time on these dates. Honestly, it's just so sad that hat, gloves, and shoes are on their own dates. Like, Nexon, please put all 3 of these into one day, so that's easy for everyone. Whatever. We also have Jenny Pass. Jenny Pass actually got extended. So now, instead of ending in February, it now ends in April. So if you want to do a Genesis Pass on like Sia or Hayato Kana, whatever you want to, you can actually still push it there, which is probably the reason why, because Hayato and Kana are getting remastered. So that's pretty cool. And then there is one more thing that's really important, which is obviously our Sunny Sundays. So the important ones, let's just be real. Christmas weekend, we get 5, 10, well, not 5, 10, 15. We get Shining Star Force with reduced rates, obviously. I'm definitely going to be tapping, and I hope you are tapping too, because there's going to be no other, like, we ain't getting another one for a long time. So tap now. It's not even going to be in February. That's how long it's going to be. Tap on this day. Don't tap now. Wait, save your money, and yeah, you're good. But anyways, that's it. I'm fully done. No more yapping. Like the video if you liked it. Don't like the video if you don't like it. I'm done. See ya.